When Vegapunk started his broadcast, we didn't know how far the mad scientist would go in his final address to the world. But now that the broadcast has been going on for a couple of chapters, it is starting to look like Vegapunk will reveal everything there is to the whole world. The mad scientist left no stones unturned, and even in his final words, he wanted to make sure that he left the world doing the right thing. From learning about the Void Century to the adventures of the legendary Joy Boy and the acts of the world governments that will lead the world to doom, Vegapunk told us about it all. But the only people who took the hits from this broadcast were the infamous world government, the one who rules it all behind the scenes, the one who sits on the empty throne, the mysterious ruler of the world, Imu. That's right. Oda has finally decided to tell us, the fans, more about this enigmatic figure, and right now we know more about him than we've ever known before, and Oda might be ready to shed some light on the past and character of Imu. Vegapunk's broadcast revealed many secrets. Vegapunk's goal is to inform the world about the Void Century, Joy Boy, and the world government's secrets. This has brought Imu into the spotlight. In recent chapters, Imu has started to make multiple appearances. At first, it looked like these appearances weren't going to be that important. But in the last chapter, Oda went and finally revealed a sliver of story about the mysterious ruler of the world. The broadcast continued just like it did in the previous chapter, but now Imu made an appearance and the ruler of the world was looking at the portrait of a woman. And what do you know? She looks a lot like the former member of the Straw Hat crew and the Princess of Alabasta, Nefertari Vivi. Fam, which means that Imu might have been looking at the portrait of one of Vivi's ancestors. And who is that, you might ask? Well, the Queen of Alabasta, way back from the Void Century, Nefertari D, Lili, of course. But why exactly is Queen Lili someone who makes Imu's blood boil? And how does Vivi tie into all of this? After all, Vivi wasn't the one who spread the poneglyphs around the world. That was Queen Lili. So let's take a look at why Vivi is so important and just what Queen Lili did to earn the ire of the ruler of the world. Let's talk about the relationship between Imu and Queen Lili first to try to understand just what happened between them during the Void Century and how that might make Imu want to get rid of Vivi before she becomes as dangerous as her ancestor. For one, we already know that Queen Lili was the one who spread the poneglyphs all around the world. But what we didn't know about this was that she did that on purpose. We still don't know how or what even caused her to do this. I mean, from what we know, wasn't she a part of the allied nations that defeated Joy Boy and the ancient civilization that got destroyed in the Void Century? Alabasta was one of the kingdoms that joined together to get rid of Joy Boy and his nations. So why turn her back on the alliance and go against it? Why will Queen Lili choose to stay away from Marijoa? Well, the answer to that might be as simple as finding out what the full name of Queen Lili of Alabasta was. Nefertari D. Lili. Does the name ring a bell? Well, fans of the series will immediately recognize the D in her name because we've been seeing the same name since the very early days of One Piece. That's right, we've seen the initial D being mentioned throughout the series, even in our beloved captain's name, Monkey D. Luffy. And even the famous Pirate King Gold D. Roger carried the same name. And if there's one thing that we know about the people with a D in their names, is that Imu absolutely despises them. The woman in the portrait is likely Queen Lili, Vivi's ancestor, and Queen Lili spread the poneglyphs around the world. She might have betrayed the world government by doing so. And Queen Lili's full name is Nefertari D. Lili, linking her to the D clan. Imu despises the D clan, making Queen Lili a significant enemy. But that's not all. We also know that Queen Lili was the one responsible for spreading the poneglyphs all around the world, and that Imu despises her for it. But the fact that she has a D in her middle name and is a carrier of the will of D, right? This might be why Imu hated her so much. And the fact that we got a random panel of Imu looking at her portrait in the middle of Vegapunk's broadcast furthers this theory as well. And if Lili was always a member of the D clan, is it possible that her betrayal of the world government was all planned out? Let's look at the facts for a second and try to figure this out, right? We know that the members of the D clan who create chaos in the world and are messing with Imu, And while Imu also disliked the Nefertari family because of Queen Lili's actions, when he later found out that she too carried the initial D in her name, he straight up went crazy and wanted to kill King Cobra. All this because of the initial D? Could it be that Queen Lili hid her full name from the ruler of the world and then betrayed him? Knew during the Void Century that Queen Lili was one of the people with the initial D in their name. There is no way he would have worked with her, since the people with the D in their name were ancient enemies of Imu. Queen Lili might have joined the alliance to betray them later. Her actions ensured that the Poneglyphs and the truth were passed down. But why would the Queen of Arabasta do that? Why risk her place and alliance by betraying them and making sure that the Poneglyphs are found by the next generation? Or was that the plan from the very beginning? Could it be possible that Queen Lili was in cahoots with Joy Boy from the very start? After all, she is one of the people with a D in their name, which makes her the enemy of Imu. But did Queen Lili plan this out with Joy Boy from the very start? Maybe her being the one who passed on the Poneglyphs was a backup plan in case Joy Boy died. That would also make sense, since Vegapunk just told us that Joy Boy was the one who wanted to make sure that the ancient weapons were found by the next generation. And how could he do that? He had to hide the ancient weapons, but also had to leave behind hints so that they were found and not lost to the sea. And we already know who was responsible for spreading the Poneglyphs. It was the Queen of Arabasta herself. So it wouldn't be a bad guess to say that Queen Lili and Joy Boy were working together to ensure that the next generation could find the ancient weapons. But why they wanted the next generation to also possess these weapons of mass destruction is something we don't know yet. There's no way to tell who was on the good side of the conflict all those years ago. So now we know why Imu might have hated Queen Lili. After all, joining their greatest enemy's side isn't really something that Imu is going to forgive or forget. Vivi is connected to Queen Lili and might uncover the truth about the D clan, and Vivi's bond with Luffy mirrors Queen Lili's potential alliance with Joy Boy. Vivi might play a crucial role in discovering and revealing the truth. But where does Vivi come in all of this? I mean, I get why Imu would hate Queen Lili for what she did, but why hate on someone who knows nothing about that? Why does he hate Vivi so much as he hates Luffy and Blackbeard? Is it just because she might also be a part of the infamous D clan, or is there something else that Imu is afraid of? For one, I know for a fact that I'm not the only one who immediately saw the parallels between Joy Boy and Queen Lili teaming up and Vivi joining the Strawhats and becoming fast friends with their beloved captain. Now that is some Oda level foreshadowing. Were Vivi and Luffy always destined to become partners in crime? Did Oda plan this out from the beginning, that Vivi and Luffy were going to team up just like their ancestors did all those centuries ago? After all, right now, Vivi is an official member of the Straw Hats in everything but name, which may be the reason Imu has taken interest in the princess and now Queen of Arabasta. Vivi's connection to Queen Lili and her potential to uncover the truth about the D clan makes her a significant threat to Imu. Just as Queen Lili might have teamed up with Joy Boy, Vivi has formed a bond with Luffy, potentially foreshadowing a similar alliance in the present. Now, while Vivi might not fight on the front lines, her role could be crucial in discovering and revealing the truth about the world government and the D clan. This revelation could change the course of the final saga. From what we've seen about Vivi and the Straw Hats, it's very obvious that Vivi is going to be one of the most important characters in the final arc of One Piece. Just how? Now I know that she's now the Queen of Arabasta, but she has no special abilities from what we've seen. So just how could she become an integral part of the story while she doesn't have anything special about her? Now, here is where it gets interesting. It could be possible that Vivi is going to be the one who learns the truth about her lineage. That's right, Vivi could be the one who discovers the truth and reality of the D clan, and that would make her a royal who is also part of a D clan, and as such, the biggest enemy of the world government in Imu. This could be the very reason Imu is suddenly interested in Vivi and wants to get her before she realizes the truth about her history and lineage. If Vivi learns about the meaning behind the initial D, she could also learn about the truth about the world in the process, which would also make her the biggest enemy of Imu and the world government. Now, while the Straw Hats would be messing up Imu's plans unknowingly and without knowing the truth, it could be possible that Queen of Arabasta will be the one who actually figures out the truth about the world and tells everyone. And with Vegapunk paving the way with his broadcast and his final words, it could be possible that Vivi now starts searching for the truth herself. Because honestly, I don't really see Vivi fighting on the front lines of the war between Imu and the Straw Hats. I mean, even Luffy in his Gear 5th is having problems holding his own against the Gorosei. And Imu is supposed to be even stronger than all 5 of the Gorosei, right? All of them. And all of them bow down to him. So how is Vivi supposed to fight all these people while she is normal? Now, I'm not saying that Vivi is weak or anything, but you can't really tell me she can go toe-to-toe with the Gorosei and Imu, can you? Like, that is just not happening. But what she can do is figure out the truth about the world and the Void Century and share it with everyone. Learning about the history of the D clan and why they were considered the enemies of Imu and the world government is something that will change the whole world. That way, the whole world can learn about the mysterious ruler of the world, as well as find out why the will of D is such a dangerous thing to the one who sits on the empty throne. So rather than having a direct role in the upcoming war between the Straw Hats and Imu, I think that it's much better if Vivi plays a role similar to the one Queen Lili played all those centuries ago, with her spreading the word of the truth about the existence of Imu and the D clan and ensuring that people know who to fight for in the war. After all, when the truth about the world government and Imu is revealed, people will be running to side with whoever is against them. Vivi's revelation could rally people against Imu and the world government. She might not fight directly on the front lines, but could be pivotal in revealing the truth. This revelation could change the course of the final saga. Now, what role do you think Vivi will have in the upcoming final saga of One Piece? Will she uncover the secrets of her lineage and the D clan? Could she become a key figure in rallying people against Imu and the world government? Do you believe she will work behind the scenes like her ancestor, or take a more active role alongside the Straw Hats on the front lines? We'll have to wait and see what Oda has in store for Vivi's character. Before I leave, if you enjoyed this video, kindly like, comment, subscribe, and join the family, okay? Until the next one, setting sail and signing out. Love you guys. Peace.